Oh, that's true. Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our city. Today is November 26th of 2019, and it's our last show in November. And you know, we've had such a good time this whole month talking about the things that we are thankful for. We started with being thankful for our freedoms, having the freedom to worship the way we want, to be able to vote, and we owe all that to our veterans, which was very fitting because it was going to be Veterans Day right after that. So lots of things to be thankful for: our family, our friends, our faith, certainly all the different things that we have in our community, and the fact that we have hope and a bright future. But really, tonight we want to focus on just sharing that we're thankful for our city. We have wonderful staff that work for the city, certainly wonderful citizens, great elected officials that are really dedicated to doing the work of the people. And we have so much right here in Muscatine. It's a wonderful community. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. And we've really enjoyed doing this show. So we have been doing it for 1 year and like 9 months already. Boy, it has really went fast. So Chad Yoakum, our producer, put together a really neat clip of some of our guests that we've had on our show right here on our city, and we want to share that with you now before we get to our first guests. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we've had that many. It sure has went fast, but it's been such a pleasure to be able to visit with each one of these guests and share with you all the great things going on in our city. Thanks, Chad, for putting that together. Well, we would like to welcome our first guest. We usually hardly never have two guests on our show at one time, but we've made an exception because these ladies are working really hard for the Lions Club in Fruitland. And we would love to have you join us in welcoming Maggie Curry and our very own Nadine Brocker. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah.
So the Lions Club in Fruitland, you guys have been doing this for a long time, haven't you?
We were established in 2015. We'll have our
Okay.
5th year anniversary next year.
Wow.
And you've both been involved all that time, right? Because I looked at a lot of pictures.
I joined in 2017.
Okay, so you're a newcomer.
I'm a newcomer.
All right.
I'm a chartered member.
You're a charter
Mhm.
member,
Mhm.
but you lived in Muscatine.
I do.
Okay.
Anybody can, anybody
Doesn't
can
matter.
join. Mhm.
No.
And we were sponsored by the Muscatine Club,
Uh-huh.
Lions Club. And so they helped us get started and everything. And we've really grown, and we have done a lot of different things. Our motto is we serve, and we
Yes.
do serve.
Oh, I
We serve
know.
a
I've
lot.
seen so many projects that you do.
Mhm.
And being at the Y during the day, you guys came with Kids Site
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that right?
Yes.
That's right.
And did vision tests
Mhm.
right there at the Y for anybody for years, and there were several children
Uh-huh.
who they found issues with early on, so that they could help prevent it from becoming an issue going forward.
And that's partnered with the University of Iowa,
Mhm.
and it's a wonderful program. We had like 675 children last year. That's a lot of kids.
Yes, it is.
Now, a couple weeks ago, they just did the, over Colorado Street, the Learning Center.
Uh-huh.
I don't
The
know
little
exact-
one.
Muskie
Yeah.
Early Learning
Yes,
Center.
yes.
Yes.
And that was wonderful. They did over 100 kids.
Oh, yeah.
And it's important.
Those screenings
Mhm.
are critical to getting them help early.
And anywhere from 6 months to 6 years, they can have their eyes tested.
Uh-huh.
And I work with them, and myself, I'll work with Julie Harold. She's the one she's our coordinator.
Sure.
And she keeps everybody in line and gets you all scheduled and everything
Uh-huh.
with the teachers and the schools. And it's fun to sit there and have the kids come in. Every now and then you'll get one that doesn't know what you're doing. Of course, you're sitting there at the big machine looking at them, you know,
Uh-huh.
and they're not sure. But anyway, it's fun to see those little kids come
Oh,
in.
sure.
Just wonderful.
So that's something that you're doing for eyesight, and you do also hearing and something else besides eyes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Kim Seligman's the chairperson,
Uh-huh.
and she's done a great job of awareness and stuff.
Sure.
And so she's part of our club, her and Brian are.
Uh-huh.
And we welcome them, and she does a lot of work. And it's wonderful because we started out like 6 members, and we're up to 23. And we've been holding that 23 for 3 years or so. Or 4
You
years.
have got a really good core that
We do.
attend
Mhm.
regularly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's important and hard to make happen in this
Yes.
day and age.
It is, but
Yeah.
with all the different things we're doing, everybody wants to be a piece of it.
Oh, well,
And it's great, you know, seniors and kids and anybody and everybody we're working with. So,
Uh-huh.
we did a little free library down at the
Community Center.
Community Center, thank you.
You're welcome.
And so the kids can go and get books and stuff and, you know, whatever they want to do. And so it's just been a lot of different things. Kids Fun Day, we worked on that
Uh-huh.
in the summertime.
We did Fruitland Fun Days. We
So-
walked in the parade.
So you raise money. I know you do the pancake breakfast.
Mm,
And the fire department.
Fire
yeah, fire
Yes.
department does
Okay.
that. Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, you guys-
Muscatine's does, I think they do a pancake breakfast.
Maybe that's who I'm
and a
thinking
soup
of.
supper.
Okay, and the
Uh-huh.
soup supper.
We
So
have-
how do you raise funds for these projects then?
We sell raffle tickets.
Oh.
Once a year, we start in the summertime and we have 200 raffle tickets. It's a 50-50, so if we sell all 200,
Mhm.
we have $4,000 altogether, and then we draw someone's name and they are the lucky recipient of $2,000.
And then that gives you $2,000 to put towards these projects.
Correct.
And
Great.
usually what they do, the folks that win, they'll give us back some of the money.
Sure
which is,
they will.
you know, it's really, it's
Mhm.
great. It's
Yeah,
great
sure.
that they do that. We
Sure.
sell scrubbers, those little scrubby things.
Oh,
We have a lady
yeah.
that makes
Mhm.
them, and we sell those and,
Uh-huh.
and then Christmas baskets and stuff. So,
Sure.
yeah.
And then that's what you use to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Mhm. Yeah.
So what project are you working on now?
We're working on the All Veterans Memorial Project.
Uh-huh.
And it's a big project, and we're having great response with it and stuff. I just noticed today we have 29 people wanting their name on there. They can have 240 names on it, and there's 29 people. They get 2 lines on there. They have their name, then they can have like what their rank was,
Uh-huh.
and it's in black granite, and it's beautiful.
Where's it gonna be at?
Down at the City Hall,
Okay.
right there in the
Uh-huh.
in Fruitland, and it's a $45,000 project.
Wow.
But it's well worth it. It is.
Sure.
It's well worth it.
Oh, sure. People will stop and see that
Well, and there's,
from all over.
right, there's 4 benches there, and, you know, I always think about somebody going down there and taking a look at their name on there.
Oh, yeah.
Sit on the bench and just kind of reflect back,
Uh-huh.
you know, on
Or
life.
their parent or grandparents.
Yes.
I mean,
Right,
I could see Christmas presents. I could see somebody just wanting to honor
right.
a veteran that they loved.
Mm-hmm, right.
So-
And there's a fee for it. It's very minimal,
Uh-huh.
and but we don't want anybody to not have their name on there. If somebody's interested, we've got numbers there to
Okay.
share that they could call and get information and
Sure.
stuff. Mhm.
So are all can the names be only people from this area, or can they be anybody?
Anybody.
Any
Anybody.
veteran? Okay.
Any veteran.
From any war.
From any war.
Mhm.
So they
And-
get 2 lines?
Mm-hmm.
2 lines of 25 characters, I think it is.
So it
That's
could be
quite a
like
bit.
their name and rank and maybe dates of service,
Right.
something
Right,
like
yeah.
that.
Pretty flexible, just, fill
Uh-huh.
out the squares and
Sure.
that's fine. We're working with the Memorial Company and they've just been fabulous, helping us out,
Oh, I
getting us
bet.
ideas and stuff. And the black granite's just really gonna be beautiful. But like I said, we have 240 spots that we can put names on.
Uh-huh.
And we're just really looking forward to it. We're going around asking for donations.
Sure.
For support.
Uh-huh.
And people are doing that. I was in Highview one day and here this gentleman walked up and, what are you guys doing now, Mags? And I said, well, we're working on the Veterans Memorial. Well, here, he gave me $10.
Well, good for him.
That's what I thought too. That was wonderful.
Oh, sure.
So, they appreciate that and stuff.
Well, yeah.
And,
What's your goal that you would like to have it
45,000.
done by?
done by.
Done by when we get the money.
When you
Yeah,
get
we
the money?
We're
Okay.
trying to get it as soon as we can.
Mhm.
Sure.
It'd be nice next November if we could.
It
If
would
we
be,
could.
wouldn't it?
It would be, but yeah, we don't know.
I
We
wonder, like the fairs, getting out to the fairs and
Mhm.
talking about it
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
Muscatine County
We
Fair.
do have an event in the works where we would be down at the Armory on the 15th of February. Lefty and the Spinners is donating their time and their
Oh,
talents
good.
for us to have a dance.
Mhm.
And we're just starting to plan that, and that's
Oh, that'll be
really
fun to
exciting.
plan even.
Around
Yes.
Valentine's Day. And,
Oh,
mhm.
sure.
We'll have drinks and food and,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna do a silent auction. So the silent auctions always seem to bring.
They do.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
They really do.
So it's a lot of teamwork,
Uh-huh.
The members will get together and we'll get some things for the silent auction and then, just help each other out.
Yeah,
It's
that's a great venue too. I've been to a couple of events with silent auctions down there at the Armory.
Have you?
It's a really nice venue for something
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Good.
And tons of easy parking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the staff down there has been very accommodating with us. So
Good.
We're really happy to be working with them.
Yeah. So, you're hoping to have it all raised by next November.
That's my hope.
That's your hope. Now that's
Whenever the
between,
money comes.
that's between what you raise from the people getting their names on there,
Mhm.
as well as people that are just sponsoring and
Right.
making.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Make a
will there be
donation.
like a sponsorship wall or plaque or something like that?
No, we'll have a brochure for
Okay,
that.
Mhm.
sure.
There's also gonna be a stand down there that'll have all the people's names on there and tell them where they're located on the wall. So it's a little booklet that they just flip
So,
open.
so like in alphabetical, so they
Yeah.
can look it up in alphabetical
Right.
order and then
Mhm.
find
Right.
it.
Right, to make it easier for them, because 240 names, that's a lot of
Uh-huh.
names.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're standing down there, looking and stuff.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's just a guide.
We've spent, over a couple hours at Greenwood Cemetery steps trying to find our brick.
Uh-oh.
I've done the same thing.
So that's nice, there's like a key
Mhm.
that you can,
Right,
you can
right.
use to go find.
So that's, and we're looking forward to it. Now, we did go to the L&M school.
Uh-huh.
Barb Noble's art class helped us out, and they did a design like that they brought to us.
They did a prototype for
Yes.
us.
Oh,
And so we've altered it a little bit, and they're very understandable and stuff.
Sure.
It took a lot of different ideas,
uh-huh.
but they will be recognized on the stone
Nice.
that they have done, the kids' names and stuff. So,
Very
because
good.
they worked really hard on that.
So
And-
is that where you came up with this design that's on the front of the
Yes.
brochure?
Yes.
At
Pretty
least
much,
part of it,
pretty much,
yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
framework of it.
Yeah, pretty
How
much.
nice.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 benches.
Yep.
Mhm.
So the back side of what we're seeing here now, there'll be names on the back side
Right.
also.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Mhm. Then all the services are down through the middle part. And we will have all the flags there too. We've got the American flag there right now, and we're going to plan on doing the other flags too. We just found out this week that somebody's donating the landscaping for us. That's very appreciated.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. So any little bit like that, really helps.
Oh,
And we want to
sure.
have it lit all the time.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So it's really
What
there's a lot
a
of
nice
different
project.
things. It is. It's fun to do, and I think we owe it to people. You know, they've
Oh,
done
yeah.
so much for
Oh, my
us.
goodness. Yeah, like we were
Sacrifice.
talking, we wouldn't have the freedoms
No,
No,
mm-mm,
not at
that
all.
we have without them.
no, not at all. But people are really interested in it, and they're excited about it. And so, I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So that's good to get them enthused and stuff.
Sure it is.
And
Sure it is.
it's important. Another thing we do too as Lions, we go down to the Island Cemetery
Uh-huh.
in the spring, fall. We put out 88 flags on all the graves that don't have them, that, you know,
The veterans.
yeah.
the
that
veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
That's
Civil War
great.
ones down there too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's an old cemetery.
That is great.
Mhm. Then we have services. We did have it at the Island Cemetery. We had the LN kids come and sing,
Uh-huh.
and then the honor guards there. And
On
then
Veterans Day?
Mhm, mhm.
We
And
had it
Memorial
on
Day.
Saturday, so that they would be free to do Greenwood and
Oh,
Memorial
that's,
Park
Yeah.
on
that's
Monday.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's really, you know, so
Sure.
many people are involved, and it's appreciated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It reminds you of, you know, the Vietnam Wall
Yes.
in Washington D.C. and
Mhm.
I had just read, I've read it before, but of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, and what they go through to guard that. Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
they haven't stopped since
It's amazing.
No.
like 1938, and they have to pledge their whole lives.
Mhm. They do.
They will never swear in public. They will never ever drink a drop of
Mhm.
alcohol
Right.
their entire lives.
It's
And-
amazing.
Yeah, and never raise their voice in public.
Mhm.
And I mean, they
It's-
really are giving something up.
Definitely.
Yeah,
They are.
and this just so brings that back. You know,
Mhm.
wanting to having the Lions Club want to honor our veterans
Mhm.
in that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What a wonderful project.
Yeah. We're happy we're doing it. We're
Oh, sure.
learning things as we go. You know,
Oh,
we
I
always
bet.
do. And meeting new people
Uh huh.
and old friends and stuff. So yeah, it's wonderful. It's good for us to get it together.
Oh,
and stuff.
sure. So where can people, or how do people get the order form to be able to get their name on the brick or on the wall?
They can call me at 563-260-1923
Uh-huh.
or Janita Hawley at 563-260-7952. And we'd be happy to mail them a brochure.
Okay. Where can they find out on social media? You have a Facebook
Yes, we
page?
do.
Mhm.
Yes, we
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
So
the form's on
Fruitland,
there.
Fruitland
Mhm.
Lions Club.
Mhm.
Look it up there, and they can probably download a form from there.
Yeah. Actually, you want to do Fruitland, Iowa Lions Club?
Fruitland, Iowa.
Because we had
Lions.
something out there for Fruitland. This guy from
Idaho.
Maryland, Idaho or somewhere, was writing to us to say, well, where's that going to be at? You know, we
Oh!
well, it's going to be a long commute.
See, we don't have that with Muscatine, because there's only one.
right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I guess
was-
you wouldn't think there was another
Uh-huh,
Fruitland,
you
would
wouldn't.
you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Fruitland, Iowa Lions Club.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, very
And we've joined the Community Foundation.
good.
And
Okay.
they're taking care of all of our, the monies and, you know, the buildings.
So then if
and
people
things.
donate, it would be
Yep.
tax deductible.
Yes, and it goes.
Not if they buy the name,
Not if
probably.
they buy the name.
But if they just sponsor,
If
Right.
they make a
if
donation.
they make a
Mhm.
donation.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So that was a good step for us to do.
Oh, sure.
Because with all that money and stuff, you know, we want the transparency.
Yes.
And they do the thank yous and stuff. They're a great
Mhm.
group of
Oh, yeah.
folks. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And let them deal with all the
Yeah.
money.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
We didn't want to burden our treasurer with it at all.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
get it
This is
mixed
much
in.
more clean and
Yeah.
slick.
And
Yeah.
it's so transparent, the community, they know where their money is going.
That's right. That's right. It always makes people feel better because you do read stories
Oh, yeah.
of people that have done projects,
Mhm.
maybe not here, but you know,
Right.
on a bigger scale,
Right.
that haven't been the most ethical.
Mhm.
So this way, no doubts.
Yep, that's right.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Wow.
If I could bring something else up while
Sure.
we're talking. We're planning a senior Christmas dinner
Uh-huh.
at the Fruitland Community Center on the 11th of December.
I think we have a flyer on
Do
that.
we have a flyer? Oh,
Yes.
it's in
Yeah, okay.
at noon.
Okay.
And anyone in the community is welcome to come.
Very good. Here we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Annual
have
Christmas
gifts.
luncheon for
Mhm.
all senior citizens.
Mhm.
So you do this every year.
Yes.
This
How
is our
nice.
third year.
So Wednesday, December 11th.
Yes,
So do they need to call ahead or just show up?
just show up.
Just show up. I love that because sometimes plans change and
Yeah.
people think, oh well, I did an RSVP, so now I can't go. So they can come.
They can come.
Oh,
And if they want
that's
to call,
great.
they sure can. But
Sure.
Santa Claus comes and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. We have little gifts and little bags of stuff to give.
Sure. How many people come typically?
We had 51 last year. We're planning
That's a
on
nice
60.
group.
It is a nice group, yeah. They play bingo before they eat and stuff, and then Rick at Mad Marv's caters it. Roast beef, it's the most wonderful meal.
Wow.
And we got a lot of good compliments on it. I think a lot of them come for the food.
Yeah.
And then also the socialization.
Oh, it's important.
It is very important.
We were talking about that just the other day. It's not just the food or the gifts but that it's so important that they be able to visit with other people, network.
Maybe folks they haven't seen in
Yeah.
years.
Sure.
And Bayer has helped us out a lot with Santa and Mrs.
Oh,
Santa
that's
and
very
the
nice.
gifts. For
They're
the
so
folks
generous.
who come.
Very.
They were been so generous with MCSA over the Y and
Yeah.
very, very nice.
It's very appreciated.
Oh, that must be some from last year.
Yes.
Very
It
nice.
is,
Oh yeah, that's a nice group.
And then we have a couple that's in the group the club, they make the decorations and then put them on the table. And then we're going to not raffle them, but
Draw names.
Draw names
Sure.
this year. They're beautiful.
Oh, fun.
Beautiful.
Oh, they look like it. Yeah.
So, and Santa, he's just so authentic. He really, and Mrs.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. They have a good time. They really enjoy that.
Oh, I bet they do.
Yeah, he
I
has
bet
3
they
dates
do.
that day.
Oh.
So he's going to be busy.
That's right. There you are.
Oh, yeah.
Drawn names. Oh,
Yeah.
very nice. So we need to make sure that we get involved in the All Veterans Memorial and share the word on the senior citizen dinner coming up. That's going to be really nice.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it's a lot of fun doing it.
Oh, I bet it is.
It's a lot of fun doing it.
It's not work when it's fun.
Thank you both so much for all that you do for the community. I mean, we talk practically every week about how our communities just would not be what they are without people like you and all the volunteers that we have to do different things for each other and helping our friends and neighbors.
Right.
Isn't that what it's all about?
It
Right,
certainly
exactly.
is.
We have twice a year we'll do pickup on the streets and stuff in Fruitland, and the Boy Scouts come down and help us out too, and that's good to get them involved. We like to do that, and they're good help. They'll go down the ditches where I won't go.
Oh yeah, me neither. Could be a snake laying down there. Who knows?
Yeah, why take
Who
a
knows?
chance?
That's right. That's right.
Oh, thank you.
No.
No.
Well, thank you both so much. Was there anything that we forgot to talk about? That
I don't think, Diana.
think we got everything in?
I think so.
All right. Well, we'd love to have you back again anytime.
Give you an update.
Give us an update on
Okay.
where you're at on the All
Yeah.
Veterans Memorial. If there's anything that we can do,
Mm-hmm.
we'd love to help and be involved.
Thank you. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you both.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, as we get ready to set up for our next guest, I would just like to share with you a flyer on Salvation Army. It's time to sign up to register to ring the bells for Salvation Army. And there's 2 ways that you can do it this year. You can go on this online. So it's www.registertoring.org. No, it's .com. I thought it might be org. It's .com. www.registertoring.com. You type in your zip code, and then all you've got to do is hit go, and then up will pop some of the different places that the kettle is around Muscatine. And then you can pick which one you want to do it at, being mindful that some are outside, some are inside. And then you can pick, maybe you want to say, okay, Fairway. So then you click on Fairway, and then up will come openings. And then you just pick this, and this opening, and type in your name and phone number, and there you go. You just registered to ring the bells, and then just show up. All you gotta do is walk up to the kettle. If nobody's already there, you'll find an apron, you'll find a bell, pick it up and ring it. And even if you aren't signed up to ring the bells, but you walk up and there's a kettle sitting there, nobody at it, pick it up and start ringing the bell. What we've really found is that people are much more generous when there's somebody sitting there ringing the bell or standing there, whichever the case may be. This is a fundraiser that they do that supports the programs that they do in our city all year long. And it's really important to our community that we have them. They serve meals Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to the community. They have a program called Pathways to Hope. It's a wonderful program. I just love it. They come alongside someone who, forgive me, I have a terrible cold. They come alongside people who have struggled with self-sufficiency, and they help them learn to become more self-sufficient. They come alongside them and walk them through what the barriers are. And they stay involved with them for a year and a half, whatever it takes, and help them figure out what are the barriers that they're experiencing in their family, and they help them find solutions to those problems. Great, great program, and people really, really love it. So put money in the kettle when you walk by and pick up the bell and ring it, sign up to ring it. If you don't feel comfortable going online to register to ring though, you can just call Sissy at the Salvation Army and she'll hook you up. Either way, thank you. And next I just wanted to ask you to save the date. December 6th is the next holiday stroll. You know, we have that every year. 5:30 to 8:30 is when it's going to be on December 6th. At 5:30, meet by the big tree that's out in front of the First National Bank building. That is when we're going to do the tree lighting ceremony. So we're going to start there. We're actually going to film our show there that night. So it'll be a really good evening. Pray for good weather. We've had freezing cold holiday strolls. We've had nice ones. We've had rain. We've had snow. You never know what it's going to be. But hopefully we'll have some good weather. Well, thank you for allowing me to go off on a sideline there. But now our second guest is ready. We have Mel Steckel here, and she's with the YMCA, and she does a program every year called Breakfast with Santa. Welcome, Mel.
Thanks, Diana. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, Mel. So Breakfast with Santa is going to be like December 7th?
December 7th, Saturday morning, December 7th from 9:30 to 11:30.
First Saturday in December every year, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
And I should have looked it up. I'm not positive. It was 1977, 6, 7, 78, at least over 40 years ago.
Oh,
This started
my
at the
goodness,
old
that long.
YWCA on the corner of 3rd
Oh,
and
you
Sycamore.
started it there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This started at the YWCA on 3rd and Sycamore. So, and has become kind of a family tradition.
Sure.
From
The
lots
first
of people.
Saturday in December
Yep.
for over 40 years?
Yep.
Oh my
You
goodness.
betcha.
Did you start it, Mel?
Yeah.
The very
Yeah.
first one?
I was, the board of directors started. It was an activity that they were going to do for families to kick off the holiday season. But yes, I was a staff person that worked with the board of directors. Who
On
put
the
that
very
on
first one?
year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And everyone since?
Yep, you betcha.
Wow. So, Breakfast with Santa, what are the time frames?
Time frame, it's from 9:30 to 11:30.
Okay.
There's not a set time. You can drop in and stay as little or as long a period of time as you wish. That works in your schedule. There's no hurry to run through, and we won't give you the bum's rush to hurry and be out of there
Sure.
before 11:30, but whatever works in your schedule. Things are at your pace, or at a kid's pace. We really try and plug this,
Sure.
that everything is at a kid's place. It's not fast-paced, it's not whiz-bang.
So you
we
could
wanna
go
slow
here
down.
and do crafts.
Yeah.
You could go here and talk to Santa. You could go here and have...
Yep.
Breakfast.
You can do things in any order that's convenient.
Okay.
Most of the time people come in and will grab their donut holes and fruit and juice and coffee and write their letter to Santa. And then of course they stand in
yes.
line because they want to, that's the big draw. They all want to see
They
Santa.
wanted to hand deliver their letter to
They'll
Santa.
hand deliver their list to Santa and
Okay.
have an opportunity to sit on Santa's lap and discuss their list, and he'll give them a candy cane, and then they can do it at their leisure. They can go and do crafts. There is holiday ornaments, holiday coloring, temporary tattoos, holiday tattoos. This year, Robin is cooking up a new elves workshop and
Yeah, I heard about that.
hot cocoa. So she's making some sort of an igloo tunnel that they're going to walk through
Wow.
to go to the Santa and the elves workshop
Okay.
to do their crafts and those activities.
Uh-huh.
Then the other thing that we kind of like, it's old-fashioned and we kind of like it that way, is story time.
Oh.
Ronna Lorenzen, it's not a video, it's not a movie, it's not someone's phone, it's a real-life person
Reading a
doing
story.
an interactive story time with the kids. So the kids will sit down on the floor and Ronna will work with them and give them a bookmark and encourage them to do some reading and some story time and activities for the family to share.
Sure.
So after the morning is over, it's not done then completely. After the kids we will send them a postcard. They'll get a postcard from Santa. It's from Santa Claus, Indiana, from Santa Claus Station. We send the postcards that the kids will then receive back in the mail that said it was nice to have breakfast with you, and I'm sure I'll find something on your list that you will like. And so they get a little reminder to be good before Christmas time.
How nice is that?
Yeah, so that's kind of fun.
Oh, sure it is. Sure it is. So, what is the target age group?
Target age group is from toddlers, but the ones that can do a little bit of gluing and crafts activities,
Okay.
that age, through those who believe. I won't say,
That's
I would
right.
say younger, lower elementary age, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes we get siblings who come with, and it's not a bad thing for the whole family to participate and believe in Santa that morning.
That's right.
So we have a good
That's
time.
right. So you could have all the way up to 12, 13
Yep.
years old.
And if we have several who have grown coming to Breakfast with Santa,
Yes.
who then become elves for us and are volunteers, and we're tickled to death to have kids that are 5th, 6th grade on up through maybe some of the silver cords,
be a
the high school
helper.
silver cords, to help us put on the event. Last
Oh,
year, I
yeah.
think we had about 95 kids,
Uh-huh.
almost as many adults. There were 86 adults, and then there's about 20 volunteers and staff that help put on the activity.
Sure.
So we're happy to have those kids that would come and help us mop up spills and carry trays and
Oh,
help
sure.
with the crafts and Santa's workshop. And so it's a kind of a fun gig if you need some silver cord hours,
Sure.
or you need some volunteer hours, or just want to help out.
Because back to the volunteering again, we couldn't do everything that we do. We couldn't do half of what we
No.
do without our
The
volunteers.
Y thrives on our volunteers. We can't provide enough staff
That's right.
members to cover it all for all our special activities. So
That's true.
So we love our volunteers at the Y, and we'd be happy to have, if somebody wishes to volunteer, they could give me a call at the Y, or
Okay.
just call into the member services desk, and I've got a list that they could just put their name down on the list that they intend to come and help us out. If
Okay.
they want to wear their elf costume or their Santa hat, that's great. Don't have to, but it kind of helps with the fun.
Oh, it does.
Well, it's the morning that I will get, I've got to admit that I'm usually in my bah humbug mood prior to Breakfast with Santa. I'm tired of the Christmas commercials already, and the
Uh-huh.
Christmas songs, but when you see things through a kid's eyes and watch their eyes and their faces light up when Santa makes his grand entrance,
Changes, doesn't it?
I get out of my bah humbug mood.
Yes.
And it kind of puts a whole new slant on things and puts everything in perspective.
Sure does.
So it's good for me too. I'm the biggest kid there. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
So when they come in the Y, because we've got a new remodel that's all nice. If you haven't been there in a while, when they come in the Y, where are they going to go for Breakfast with Santa?
Well, they're going to come past the member check-in or the welcome center,
Sure.
on down the hallway toward where our kids club, the parlor and kids club, and the multi-purpose room,
Okay.
the second gym.
So that first hallway when you
First
walk in the
hallway.
building,
Yeah.
just keep going straight.
Yep. The story time will be in the parlor at the beginning of that hallway.
Uh-huh.
The
So they can
breakfast-
stop there if they want.
They could stop there and they could go and do that first. We'll do story time at set times at 10
Oh,
o'clock,
okay.
10:30, or 11 o'clock. So there's kind of a starting and an
Sure.
ending time that they'll open the doors and let everybody get in and hear it from beginning to end.
Sure.
But that's a good place to start because everybody else is in line for Santa. So they
That's
could go
true.
to story time first and then go down the hallway, have their breakfast and see Santa. And then we're walking through the closet, through this igloo tunnel to get to the multi-purpose room Easter Studio 1 for the elves workshop, Santa's workshop.
Fun.
Where they'll do their crafts and
That's where they'll do the crafts.
crafts and temporary
Okay.
tattoos and coloring projects, etc.
Sure,
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
So do we need tickets for this, or do you just come on out?
We would prefer that people would buy their tickets in advance because that helps me a little bit to know how many to plan for. And
Because
how
you
many
do
extra.
provide breakfast.
It's a light breakfast. We
Sure.
probably shouldn't call it breakfast, but we
Well,
provide donut
continental.
rolls and fruits. Yeah, continental. There we go. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Fruit and coffee and juice.
Fruit and coffee, juice,
They're also going to have
donuts.
cocoa in the Elves Workshop for them this year.
Okay,
So it would be helpful for me to know how many to plan for. And we always plan for extras, but once in a while, we get pretty close to that maximum number. And we
Sure.
would sure hate to turn anybody away. We will allow people to buy tickets at the door as long as they're available.
okay.
Santa can only see so many little bottoms on his lap and so much
Oh,
time.
sure,
So
sure.
we do have
Get your
kind of a
tickets now.
maximum saturation point. But
Of course.
yeah.
So how much are the tickets?
Tickets are $3 a person.
Oh, that's
For adult or
reasonable.
child, and the adult ticket helps us to offset the cost of the crafts and the postage for the postcards, et cetera, and so on.
Oh, sure, sure, and the refreshments and.
You bet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I love every part of Breakfast with Santa. I loved sitting down and listening to Rana read the stories. She's such a good storyteller.
She is. She does a great job. She's got her background with her preschool teacher, and
Uh-huh.
the daycare centers that she has operated. So
Right?
she does it every year for
And
us.
she worked for years on the Night of the Young Child.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect fit for her.
It's so good because we're so big on reading and kids being read to, whether it's at Kid Club
Mhm.
or in Y Play, other things at the Y. We want to make sure that children have opportunities to be read to and learn to
Uh-huh.
read.
It's important. And you know what? Who doesn't want to do the crafts?
Oh, everybody
They
does.
all love to do the
Everybody
crafts.
I will admit, I have, my stepdaughter turns 50 tomorrow.
Wow.
And I have a craft, I think that she made one year at Breakfast with Santa that
Oh.
goes on my tree
Every year,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
made at the old YW. So some of those things are the things that I dig out every year that bring
Uh-huh.
good memories.
Oh yeah. And they have coloring pages and things to do while they're sitting there doing breakfast even.
And we've got the Christmas carols on in the background, hopefully creating kind of a jolly mood. And
Oh yeah.
we seem to have a good time with sometimes grandparents bring kids,
Uh-huh.
and it's an activity that they do. And other times parents, whole family. That's why we almost have as many adults as kids who come
Oh
to
yeah.
Breakfast with
If
Santa.
you
So
have
it's-
two parents and a grandma and one child,
Mhm.
you've got more right there.
And once in a while, we get the ones who are on the basketball court, the boys' basketball games at the Y, and then when their game is over, then they come next door for Breakfast with Santa. So
Sure.
kind of get them
Uh-huh.
all the way around that morning.
But this is not an activity where the parents just come and drop off the kids and
No.
leave and come back. This is something they do with the children.
No, we want them to kick the holiday season off. It's a
As a
family
family,
tradition.
yes.
As a family, we want them to start to spend some family time together
Uh-huh.
and focus on the kids, not the shopping, not the hustle and bustle, and not the glitzy sorts of things that we all see. We want them to slow down and spend time together and really start to enjoy the holidays.
That's right. That's right. So now's the time to get the tickets though.
They can get the tickets at the member services desk.
Uh-huh.
Or actually, they could call in, they could buy the tickets over the phone with a credit card
Uh-huh.
and pick them up that morning. We can hang
That
out and pick
works.
them up that morning.
Sure.
And so we can make it a little easier so they don't have to make two trips if need be.
Right.
But it would be nice if they would get their tickets sometimes between now and middle of next week, so we have some kind of an idea when I
Sure.
make the orders for.
So when you're ordering the
Yep.
donuts and the
Yeah.
fruit and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, makes it
Very
a little
good.
easier on us, but we'll plan for some extras and,
Sure.
and we'll hopefully be able to accommodate anybody at the door that
Very
couldn't make
good.
up their mind until the last minute.
Sure. So they can find out more information on the Muscatine Y Facebook page. They could call you at the Y.
Absolutely.
They could volunteer, they could bring their own children or a neighbor's children for that matter.
Yeah, sometimes somebody brings the neighbor's kids or gets the carload together.
Oh,
and
sure.
brings the kids together.
And I've seen several adults that are like related or friends bringing all their kids and coming
We
as
see
a
the
group.
cousins
Yeah.
quite often coming
Oh,
together.
sure.
The cousins will come
Sure.
and make it a family event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mel, so much. Did we hit all the bases?
I think so.
Okay.
We've got it all.
Yes,
Thank you.
it's a great program. Great program, and so many of us in Muscatine just remember all the times they've went to breakfast with Santa. You've created memories for a lot of people by doing this for over 40 years.
Gotcha.
We'll have to figure out exactly how many years.
I'll have to look in my file.
You'll have to
I'll
look
know
at
next
that up
time.
one of these days. All right, thank you, Mel.
You bet.
Well, as we get ready to close out for the evening, I would just like to update you on where we're at for December's going to be a crazy month. So next Tuesday, what we're going to be showing is going to be, I'm going to be with Lieutenant Bach with Salvation Army, and we're going to be at one of the Red Kettles, just showing you what it's all about. That's going to be our show next week. And the following week, we're going to be showing the lighting of the Christmas tree for the holiday stroll. So if you aren't able to get out to the stroll, we're going to be filming our show there, so you'll be able to watch it from home. Especially nice for those who maybe aren't able to get out and experience the stroll. And it's a wonderful event that's been going on for a long time here in Muscatine. The following week, we're going to have our very own Santos Saucedo on the show. He has a program, the Muscatine Boxing Club, and he works with a lot of youth in our community. He's going to share everything about that program and the wonderful benefits for the youth. And that's actually this is going to be his last month on the Muscatine City Council, so we will also be wishing him well. And then the next 2 weeks will be Christmas and New Year's, so we won't be having a show. But I did want to give you a heads up. There's a public meeting that's going to be happening on the Grandview Avenue reconstruction project. You know, now we've got Mississippi Drive Corridor project done. Now we're going down around the Carver Corner area, the Grandview Avenue reconstruction project. So there's going to be a public meeting at 5:30 on December 17th, and it's going to be at the Water and Resource Recovery Facility, 1202 Mustard Street. It's a 2-year project, and it's going to start April 2020, but now's the time for the public to get input on what they think or how they would like to see things happen, or ask a ton of questions. So 1202 Mustard Street, December 17th at 5:30 p.m. Reminder that this Thursday there will be no city council meeting, because we're all going to be at Thanksgiving, enjoying it with our loved ones and our family. If you don't have family here or friends that you can celebrate with this year, please go to Salvation Army. They're going to be having a dinner there. There will be a lot of people there, and you can enjoy time with friends and neighbors right there. If you don't have that place to go, you will be warmly welcomed down there, I can assure you. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us here on Our City. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay safe, enjoy time with each other, and we will see you back here in December of 2019. Good evening.